Hi guys, today I will be reviewing the Sp500 and Dax30 index, and I will be using the triangular bands and the money flow index, which has been plotted on the lower section of the chart. The money flow index seems to be a leading indicator able to forecast a possible price change. As we have seen here between December 19 and March 2020, while we've experienced an increase in new higher highs for the Sp500, we have seen here new lower highs for the money flow index, which actually is a bearish divergence, and afterwards we've seen the index tumbling down. What happened early in March is that the money flow index started to actually run up while the index was still down. Actually, that was a bullish divergence. Afterwards, we've seen the index going up. On my weekly review, I've been forecasting the Sp500 going to 3040 or 3100, and actually we're already here. Also, let's keep in mind that here we have the upper triangular band, and here is not visible my CSOA bands, and as I've been saying, the 3100 is the upper limit for the movement. But let's understand what is happening in terms of money flow index. Let's observe what the money flow index is telling to us. So while here we see a movement up, which means higher highs, we don't see the same higher highs. So in other words, I do forecast a retrace. As I've been saying in my previous analysis, we should be actually running the fifth wave of the Elliott analysis. In other words, I do expect the asset, in this case the Sp500 index, going back at least to cover this first gap up around 2800 points, from where I see a new movement up to then see a new movement down to 2500 points. So the money flow index is telling us that this movement up is not a strong one. Also, I would like to point out here an increase in the volume. We see a small spike in volumes. So let's not be confused by the color, okay, which is green, because this was we've experienced here a small upper candle, okay, so a small long white candle. Anyway, I do believe that here the smart hands are starting to sell to the retail traders. Again, I don't believe this movement as a future, as an immediate future. So I do believe we are retracing back. So let's now move to the DAX30, to the DAX index, and let's see what is happening with the DAX. Here the scenario is a little bit different. Well, we have many similarities, as here in terms of money flow index, we see as well a huge bearish divergence, okay, while we have experienced new higher highs, we don't see new higher highs for the money flow index. Again, exactly what happened like here. While here we have seen new higher highs, okay, we have not experienced new higher highs here for the money flow index. Same for the bearish, for the bullish divergence that we see here. Okay, here we had a consolidation period, but the money flow index was going up. So here we see the money flow index actually with a lower high, which is actually telling us that this movement seems not to have a great future. Also, as you can see here in the pink rectangle, I've been predicting in my previous analysis the DAX30 to hit this threshold exactly between 11,500 and 11,800, which happened. And also here we see a reversed pinball, which is another bearish signal as well. We have the 61.80% of retrace, of Fibonacci retrace, and also an increase in the volumes, okay, in correspondence with this reversal pinball. Again, what it can happen over the next days, we still might see some movement up, yet the two indexes seem to be doomed to move down, to retrace back. Thank you guys.